Hi, this is Alka, and welcome back to my channel. We got some interesting story out of Portland. Uh, as you know, Portland's been under siege from Antfia and other groups over the years, and they're recently targeting ICE facility, also in Portland, like for 100 days or so. So they saw what they thought was a nice vehicle, and they decided to attack it, and they claimed they firebombed it, thinking it was a nice vehicle. Federal government nice vehicle? Well, as it turns out, now the story is coming out that the vehicle doesn't belong to the federal government or ICE. It's, the vehicle belongs to rapper Ice Cube, who is not a member of ICE. Oops. I mean, hello? Hello? Anybody home in there? Just because it says ICE doesn't mean automatically it's federal government ICE. What are you going to do? Are you going to bomb all the freezers that has the word ICE on it too? Anyway, let's get into the story. It says, oh yeah, it's from the Gateway Pundit by Jim Hoff. It says, Portland anarchist firebomb rapper Ice Cube tour bus after reportedly mistaking it for an ICE deportation bus. How did you get that two mixed up is beyond me. Ice Cube's tour bus scorched at and left with shattered windows after being firebombed in downtown Portland. Anarchists reportedly mistook it for an ICE deportation vehicle. Well, that's what it looks like. Oh my goodness. So radical anarchists reportedly firebombed the tour bus of rapper Ice Cube, apparently confusing it for a nice deportation vehicle. The fire occurred early Tuesday morning, September 23rd, 2025, shortly after Ice Cube performance at Moda Center on his Truth to Power 4 Decades of Attitude tour. Video footage showed the tour bus with its front passenger tires on fire and heavy smoke rising from the vehicle parked near Southwest Broadway and Oak Street, according to KPTV. Portland fire and rescue crews responded quickly, extinguishing the flames and ventilating the smoke. The incident left the bus with a shattered bus driver's side window and visible scorched damage along the exterior. So, this is another look. Yeah. The person who wrote this tweet says Ice Cube tour bus was firebombed in Portland when he was in town for a performance at Moda Center. The fire is currently under investigation. Officials reviewing security footage from a nearby camera to gather evidence. Please don't tell me that some leftists don't not know. Yeah, I don't see what the rest is. The difference between Ice Cube and ICE deportation. They're stupid. You remember you had somebody the other day shooting a gun at ICE facility, thinking he was shooting ICE agents when he was shooting detainees. They're getting more dangerous and more sloppy. So Rick Graves, a spokesman for the Portland Fire and Rescue, confirmed that the investigators are treating the incident as suspicious. No suspect has been identified. Ice Cube's team, through spokesman Teresa Sanders of the Tri-Media, confirmed the bus belonged to the rapper and downplayed the attack as a random vandalism. Of course. I'm not taking this incident as a personal attack. A coward like that would probably burn anybody's property that was out there at the time. Well, Portland is like the Wild Wild West out there. Authorities are still investigating who carried out the attack, but given Portland's history, many believe that the culprits of the same radical protest network they had been long target ICE facilities, federal buildings, and even local businesses. The incident occurred just ahead of the President Trump's directive to Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to deploy troops to Portland, Oregon, with the authority to use full force if necessary. Ooh. Oh, believe me, it may not be paintballs this time. At the request of Secretary of Homeland Security Kristen Nolan, I am directing Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any of our ICE facilities under siege from attack of Antfia and other domestic terrorists. I'm also authorizing full force if necessary. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I think that's Trump. So Gateway Pioneers reach out to the Immigration and Customs Enforcement for comments on whether the agency believe its buses were intended to target. We don't know. But the fact is, you assume that this was your enemy's bus. You didn't bother to check to make sure it wasn't the case. You just went and bombed it anyway. You didn't care. Remember, you had this guy in Texas shooting at a knife facility, killing one detainee or two, injuring a few more, and he was shooting indiscriminately. He didn't care who he was shooting at. He thought he was hitting ICE people. He was also a lousy shot. I'm not saying that to be funny, but according to family members, he wasn't very good with the gun to begin with. Well, the reason I'm not laughing is because, well, people died. People got hurt. So, yeah, I think in the future, if you're going to be doing stuff like that, make sure who you're attacking, their equipment is who you think it is and not who you don't think it is. And that way you won't have the embarrassment of having a news article saying, oh, we got the wrong bus. Sorry, guys. Please forgive us. Let us go to your next concert. Please forgive us. Yeah, like they're going to say that, right? So I can't say so long for now, and don't forget to stop. Criminals are not always smart. That's why they flunk in college. They're good at gender studies, but they're not good at everything else.